Yeah, we were excited at the North Carolina Sports Network. Mike Waddell, our street team, we love to call it our Old North State Tailgate and Traveling Sports Circus. We only pick on most weekends one game to attend in the entire state of North Carolina. It was a little weird this week because Mike went to Death Valley and saw that Clemson game against LSU. Mike and I were both at the ECU NC State game. But of course we had to circle this, right? Mike and I ran into Reese Davis in the elevator, right? If ESPN and Reese Davis are in town, you know it's a big game. Mike and I and the Tailgate Tour crew ran around. We saw Chase Rice, former UNC linebacker, now a country music star, doing a performance in a part of campus real close to the bell tower that a lot of Carolina fans would be familiar with. There was a lot of energy there. We saw Caleb Wilson and the new star forward freshman, Henry Vasar. You can't miss him. He's like the 7-footer, the new center for the Tar Heels, formerly of Arizona. Those guys were at the concert. I've been coming to Carolina football games and covering them since 1987. So I know what a jacked up out-of-stadium experience looks like in this town, and that is what it looked like. People showed up really early. It actually took a while to get to campus because there was just so much traffic in cars, by foot, even in all the shuttles. It took a while to get here, and that's in part because the volume of people here was absolutely enormous. And I thought the crowd arrived earlier than it usually does at Kenan Stadium. They were jacked up to see the light show and the festivities. A lot of them were given wristbands so that when Bill Belichick made his grand entrance, it was a light show along with the band and the music and the law enforcement that accompanied Bill Belichick into the stadium. So, I mean, Carolina's fan base deserves a lot of credit for what it did pregame. It deserves a lot of credit for what it did in the opening credits, if you will, and it deserves a lot of credit for how it showed up in the first half. But when the game is 41-6 midway through the third quarter, I would say that more than half of Kenan Stadium was empty by midway through the third quarter. It's hard to measure exactly how many left at halftime, when I think a lot of folks wondered whether it could become a close game again. But midway through the third quarter, this stadium was more than half empty. And, you know, people can put their own spin on that however they want. But Carolina fans deserve credit for showing up early the way they did. And I think the way the game unfolded, I don't think anybody has a right to complain about those who did leave at least in the third quarter midway, because at that point, everybody knew this game was over.